What's up, guys? It's Timmy, and I've got some really awesome, really big news, so let's just get right into it. I am building a house. I'm building my cabin. This is the main cabin. This is my main pad. This is my main house, and I am so excited to finally be doing this. This is about 5 years in the making. If you guys keep up with my channel, you know that I do have a 16 by 20 rental cabin that I built with my dad back in 2018, and it's right here in Alaska. That's what I use as my home base, and it's been awesome. But my whole idea was to build a rental cabin and build my house right beside it. That way my rental would pay for my house and the rental, so it'd pay my home mortgage. And that's why I'm so stoked, because it's finally happening, and I'm building my main house, the house that I've been wanting to build for years, and I've got a really cool design for it. I got to live in the rental house for 5 years and just kind of learn exactly what I wanted in a home. Also, just living in this tiny truck camper and in my Toyota RV before has taught me exactly what I want in a small space, or any space for that matter. So I created the design and the floor plans for my new cabin. I just thought about what I wanted in a house. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you a very rough sketch of the house. So you guys can see here, this is my current cabin. This is the rental cabin, the 16 by 20, and this is the 24 by 28 main house. It's going to be significantly taller. It's gonna have a big flat roof up top and a huge 30 by 28 foot flat roof deck. And it's gonna be about 32 feet in the air. So I'll be able to see straight out to the ocean and the rivers and everything. It's gonna be awesome. The view of my rental cabin in the loft is pretty incredible, and when you stand on the roof, it's amazing. So when you're gonna be standing up that much higher, I think it's gonna be just super awesome. So it is 3 stories tall, and it's going to be connected to the rental house. It's all gonna be one house, fairly similar siding, and there's some really cool design features that you're not gonna see in these plans I'm showing you today. But let's just get into them really quick. So construction is starting in just a week from now, and I'm crazy excited for this to be happening. Some of you guys know that my dad helped me build the last cabin. He flew up and we built it together, and I had some help from a couple friends too, doing some siding and stuff. And this time, unfortunately, Dad is having some major back issues, and he's been through a lot of health stuff, so he's not gonna be able to jump up there and do what he normally does. So I can't do it by myself. So I'm gonna be having a friend, Sam, help out, and his framing crew will be helping me frame the house. And once we're done framing, I'll basically just be taking on the rest of the project by myself, one piece at a time. So I'm hoping to be done by the end of the summer if all goes well. One of the coolest parts is I'm going to be documenting this entire cabin build on YouTube. So you guys are gonna see the whole process from start to finish, and you'll learn a lot, maybe enough to build your own tiny home or your own house in the future. So take notes. So let's take a look at the floor plans of the cabin that I created. That way you can kind of see my vision, what I'm going for. Then we'll look at the side profile of the house so you can kind of see what it's gonna look like-ish. And then you'll see what you're in for in the channel for a little bit. Just a precursor, this truck house, a lot of the wood on this truck house that I used to build the truck house is from leftover wood from my rental cabin. So nothing's gonna change in the channel. All the same truck house adventures and truck house content. There's just going to be extra content on building a really cool cabin, and you ain't seen a cabin like this before. It's gonna be pretty epic. So this is the basement. This is the first floor of the house. So you can see there'll be a garage right here, and you'll be able to park a car in there, snow machines, whatever. You walk up a couple of stairs to basically a 2-foot tall subfloor, and you'll be able to go into a big bedroom down here, or go into kind of the storage area, and that'll bring you up the stairs and up to the second level. My buddy Sam, that's helping me with the framing in the house, he wants a little more professional plans than my hand sketch to scale plans, which is totally fine, and wants some structurally engineered stuff to make sure that the house is strong enough to survive like earthquakes and hurricanes and heavy snow loads and 30 people on the deck and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, and this is the second floor. So you can see you're gonna be walking up into the house, into the second floor. So you walk up the stairs, and then you'll be walking into the Arctic entry and walking into the house right there. So this is the second floor right here. So you're gonna be walking into the house on the second floor from downstairs outside, and you walk straight in. When you walk in the door, you'll be greeted with a pretty huge kitchen, pretty epic kitchen, big granite island, nice seating area with a wood stove, whole bunch of storage in those closets up in there. You see there'll be a bathroom right there with shower and all that business. And you can see that it'll actually pop out from the rest of the house a little bit. It'd be kind of a cool feature. And the reason I left all this open is because I want a big communal open living space that just feels really nice and inviting to have people over and just to relax in. And when you're ready to go to bed, you walk upstairs into the 3rd floor, which is the loft. And here is the loft, so you can see you come up the stairs right there. And then you have the option to go into the master bedroom, or you can turn and go into the office. And all this stuff is overlooking the ocean and rivers, and yeah, you can see the windows aren't totally shown in these plans, but there'll be a ton of awesome windows so you can see what's going on. And it'll actually be a 3/4 loft, so right here this will be open to below to the 2nd floor. So that'll be cool, being able to stare down, and it'll just give the whole space a really nice open feel. There'll also be a really large bathroom right there, so get a tub and all that business. And probably the coolest part about the house is you go back into the stair area, and instead of going downstairs, you continue on up from the 3rd story to the 4th story. So you open up this little door, go into a spiral staircase that brings you onto the rooftop deck. And this is a sketch out I did of the rooftop deck. So this is a 8 by 8 spiral staircase area that's gonna pop out onto the roof. And once you walk out of that, you have this huge 30 by 28 deck. It's gonna have a big gas fire pit in the middle, maybe a hot tub. But just gonna be a really awesome spot. It's gonna be about 32 feet in the air. So you're gonna be able to see the ocean, the river, the mountains, everything. Just really, really, really stoked in this design. And once again, this is just kind of a non-scale, just quick image of the rooftop deck up there and the spiral staircase tower that's gonna pop out above it where you can walk out onto it. So super stoked in this. And I'm just gonna leave a snowblower up here to clean the snow off the roof. I think that should be nice and easy, so I won't have to shovel. All right, and this is looking at the house where you're gonna enter it. So the house is actually a lot taller than this. It's just the deck area. So you'll be walking up the stairs, making a turn and walking up onto the deck. Then you have an Arctic entry, which will bring you into the house. And you can also see there'll be all these huge picture windows in the house, all levels. So you can just see out everywhere, keep a nice, awesome view. And this is a little more view of the spiral staircase tower. So you can see it's actually going to pop out of the wall about 2 feet from the bottom wall. So it'll just give kind of a cool look. It'll be like a block that sticks out on both sides of the corner of the house. I think it's just gonna be really neat looking. And that just shows the tower, spiral staircase tower, going from the 3rd floor up to the roof and out onto the deck. Anyhow, guys, that's the project. That's the big news. So I'm really excited, and I really do hope you guys will come along for the ride. And like I was saying, if you're only in this for the truck house content or the kayaking content or skiing content or snow machine or whatever, none of that's changing. I'm still doing all that stuff. I'm just going to start having some videos that focus towards building the cabin, and it'll be really educational for you guys and probably still pretty entertaining. Yeah, I just think it'll be a fun switching of gears for the channel just for a little bit here. So I do hope you guys stay with me and enjoy the ride. That's all I gotta say. That's the big news. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the cabin build and just see what's next. I'll be doing videos every single week on it, and I'm stoked. So we'll see you guys again soon.